come spend the weekend with me. Before the fun could begin, I had to run one quick errand. I had ordered this refrigerator backpack thing. Don't ask. It turned out to be like a scam. And the seller was so annoying to deal with. So I wanted to actually drop it off at FedEx so I could prove that I dropped it off. Then we had to go to Village Cycle Center where we got bikes from last weekend because mine had one little issue or a couple little issues and they were working on fixing it for me. They're so nice. But Kurt's blood sugar was dropping. So we went across the street to Insomnia Cookies. But when we were trying to order, there was no one here. Literally no one. We're standing here waiting. We're like, how do we get cookies? Are we supposed to be in here? There was a lockbox on the door, the whole thing. We're like, are they open? I was like, hello, anyone? Finally, we got our cookies. They were delicious. I think the worker was napping. So it turns out my bike issue was a little more complicated than expected. So Village Cycle Center was so nice. They gave me a loaner so we could still go and partake and do all the fun things. So we went over to Whole Foods because Kurt wanted to do a picnic. Then we got some Jimmy John sandwiches. We had a little miscommunication at Whole Foods, let's just say. I pointed out the prepared food area. He didn't see it. And then when we left, it was just a situation. So anywho, it all worked out fine. We got Jimmy John's. We sat in the grass. It was lovely. I made friends with the seagull. Turns out he likes cheese and lunch meat, not chicken or bread, just in case you're wondering. Then we rode for a little while longer until we got to another marina and just sat and looked at the beautiful boats. And we saw a mama duck with 10 million little ducklings. I don't know how she had so many little ducklings, but they were absolutely adorable, so cute and so fast. And someone was giving them bread and I was very jealous we didn't have anything to give them. They were very cute. Then we kept on riding a little further. Unfortunately, Kurt's back got a little bit sore earlier because he did something stupid. I told him not to ride up the hill and this whole situation. Anyway, boys don't listen. So we took a little break and then when we got home, Cooper was big mad that he didn't get to come with. So Kurt stayed home and was relaxing his back and I took Cooper out and we went for a little evening walk. And then Cooper tried to jump up on one of the fountains and he went splat. I don't think he has the best depth perception. He tends to go splat a lot, but he did try at one of the smaller fountains and he made it. So poor guy, he looked like he was a little embarrassed, but we tried to restore his confidence. And then we finished off the evening with a perfect slushie, the cherry 7-Up. I'm obsessed. Then we went to bed, slept in the next day, and then we decided to go out on the bikes again. A lot of people were asking about the other bike room that I said has a wash station. So that's where you can wash your bikes. And there's also this little station with tools and things where you can repair, put air in your tires, all the things. Then we headed out for lunch because I was getting hangry at this point. And of course we took Cooper today because he was big mad yesterday. So we went to the spot that I had seen before and Kurt wanted to check out and we got this really cute spot to sit. It was so beautiful. Unfortunately, their systems went down just as we were about to order and we couldn't get food or anything. So we kept going and we went to Pier 31, which I'd also heard about. And this was a scene, let me tell you. People were living their best lives. The only thing was the three of us were melting a little bit. There wasn't a lot of shade and it was pretty hot. And Cooper is a water buffalo. He was like, it's kind of warm, but there was great people watching. And Cooper is as nosy as they get. So we had our lunch, looked at the beach for a minute, and then decided to continue on to a nice shady spot. This is one of our favorite places by Promontory Point. Why can't I say that right? Anyway, there's these huge rocks. You're not supposed to swim here. Obviously, everyone does. And it's a little treacherous. We laid down in the grass. Cooper insisted on laying on me at first on my white tank top. And eventually I was like, sir, could we lay on the grass or on the blanket? But he is obsessed with the water. So he wanted to go down here and I was like, okay, I'll try taking you. Did I almost fall? Yes. The first giant rock that I went down, I wasn't filming, thank God, because I just couldn't. And I missed my footing, almost fell down, wasn't great. Then we got down here. Cooper freaking loved it. He is just a water dog and he's so brave. He's like, excuse me. I was like, could you wait for me, sir, please? So I don't know. Sometime I'm going to have to bring a swimsuit and actually go swimming in here because he was so intrigued. Although when we went back up, I have to say I also had a little mishap. I was being much more careful, but I put my foot on one rock and it kind of crumbled and I hit my shin. So I was like, okay, we're going on solid ground, Cooper. And we just laid in the grass on a blanket for a while. Well, I was on a blanket. He was in the grass. Then we continued on. He was living his best life. He loves the basket, let me tell you. But he was pretty exhausted. So we did drop him off at home and Kurt and I continued on to Navy Pier for dinner because I was getting hungry again and I actually wanted a salad. So we went to Margaritaville and I got a salad and Kurt actually got this watermelon margarita, which normally I don't like alcoholic drinks, but this was actually delicious. Then we went over to Kilwin's because I again wanted to see if they had the milk chocolate salted Oreos. No such luck. Apparently they sell it all the time. So I ended up getting the regular Oreos and I'm going to put my own salt. But the light was beautiful when we came out. It was gorgeous. So we just meandered down the pier. I've been wanting to go to this place called Offshore. It's supposedly the largest rooftop bar, but you always have to make a reservation, and I never do. So Kurt's like, let's just go up there and see if they have any available tables. It didn't look busy, but apparently they were totally booked. They're like, absolutely no. So anyway, at least we got to see it. If you've been there, let me know if it's good. Then Kurt wanted to finish off the evening with some Ben & Jerry's. He loves this, so he was very happy and got some butter pecan. Have a great weekend.